Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. All right, here we go. LeetCode daily problem. What's it gonna be? Oh, geez. I don't want to do a hard problem. Need more chai. What's poppin'? Norwegian Oiler in the house. How you doing? Should I do this problem? 2024. Alright, 2024. Maybe I'll give it a try. Did you move again? No. Well, I don't know. I haven't moved since December, so I guess not if you know I just moved. Alright, let me read this problem, and I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna try a little bit. Find the number of subsequences with equal GCD. You're given an integer array nums. Your task is to find the number of pairs of non-empty subsequences of nums that satisfy the following conditions. The subsequence seq1 and seq2 are disjoint, meaning no index of nums is common between them. The GCD of the elements of seq1 is equal to the GCD of elements of seq2. Return the total number of pairs of such pairs. Since the answer may be large, return it mod, big mod. MSK Online, what's happening? How was my trip? It was good. It was real good. Leet Whale, how you doing? And Howling, what's poppin', man? How you doing? It's happening. What's happening, man? What is happening? Can I do this problem? I'm thinking it's just like take it or leave it. For each element, you try in sequence 1 and sequence 2, and you just make sure the GCDs are equal at the end or something. But it seems a little tricky because GCD always scares me. Anytime I see GCD in a problem, I start to panic. I'm not gonna lie. Were you missing LeetCode? Let's see. I didn't do any LeetCode, man. Like 0 LeetCode once I went away. I didn't even think about LeetCode. I'm not like a LeetCode junkie, man. Some of you guys are real LeetCode junkies. I don't think I'm that much of a junkie. I just kind of do them because I know it's good for me. But man, I guess if I start LeetCoding, I'll get into it. But I'm not thinking about LeetCode all the time. Maybe when I was studying for the first time, I remember back in 2021 when I was really doing LeetCode every day. I'd see LeetCode everywhere in life. Like I'd be driving on the road and I'd look at the truck, and the truck would be like DP or DFS on the truck, or I'll notice BFS there, or you know, different algorithm names all over the place. But these days I don't notice that stuff. Ricky Wong in the house. The brain never turns off, especially in the shower. What do you mean? Wait, are we gonna try this daily problem? I think I disconnected in a meaningful way over my vacation. I thought about a lot of things. I got to just live my life how I used to live my life before I became a corporate drone. What else? Yeah, it felt good just to do whatever I wanted to do whenever without caring about anything. But now all that's over. Now I gotta pretend to be working all the time or something. Not pretend, I'm working. You missed a lot of AI exploding, which is great. What do you mean I missed the AI exploding? I remember when they came out with 4.8, Opus 4.8. I think I did some vibe coding when that came out just to try some things out. And then I remember when they came out with Fable. I miss Fable, the original Fable. I don't know if I could have just one-shotted everything I'm building with Fable back then. But I'm on Fable now, and it seems alright, I guess. But I don't really know how to measure it. I don't know what else. What else did I miss? Exploding in a good or bad way? Because I think you mean exploding as in explodes in a good way, like it's blowing up, or did it melt down? I don't really know. Anyways, I'm gonna try and solve this, but I don't know if what I'm thinking is right. So one pair, either or. It's a subsequence. Wait, what? Oh, I see. So it can either go in there, or it can go in there, or we can skip completely. And we just need to make sure that the GCD is good. Alright, let's try something. Just take it, simple take it or leave it. I don't even know what this is. What am I doing? Iterate through every index and put it either in the left or the right. And we're trying to find GCD. Something like this, maybe. How am I gonna find GCD, man? And how do I know when they're equal? And it says we have to take at least one. Non-empty, yeah, non-empty subsequences. So I'm thinking do some DP, and I call it like this. Start at index 0, and then GCD starts at what? Should I have it at 0 as well? Because GCD, the worst GCD could be, or the lowest could be, is like 1, right? I think so. So if we start at 0, that means nothing is selected. Alright, let's try. So if we go out of bounds, then if they're equal, return 1, otherwise return 0. So this means if we selected something in GCD1 and GCD1 is equal to GCD2, then that means we found a valid pair. Right? And then let me see what else we gotta do. Wait, I'm gonna make my mod thing. And then we just decide whether to put it in this one or in that one, or to skip the number completely. So, not in this if statement. It's gonna be like 1, 2, skip. So to go in 1, I gotta call DP. I go to the next number, and then I put. How do you do this part, man? Do I need to make a copy? So I'm trying to say. Should I make a function for that? Mummy Jumala, what's happening? This is a very simple problem. Can't believe you're doing it like this. Very simple. What you talking about? Well, I don't really know about simple. I don't know how else I'd do it, but that's the first thing that comes to mind. Blue Cactus AI, what's poppin'? Anyways, what I'm thinking. I'm thinking if I should make a function to do this GCD stuff, and I think I will. GCD stuff. Mummy is trolling. You never know, man. You never know. Wall Evil, what's happening? How you doing? I'm back. I am back. Alright, so if GCD is equal to 0, that means we haven't really selected anything yet. So we should just return X. Yeah. But then if it's not 0, we do the GCD of those things. Dang, who just did that? What was that? Type Blazer. Diego, thank you very much. I don't even know if my website works, man. Let me see if Type Blazer works. There's a problem. It wasn't logging in earlier. I think I fixed it though. Alright, it is fixed, thankfully. Man, should I try this league thing? Let's just do regular multiplayer thing. Alright, Type Blazer. How do you work this website, man? Normal room? Who's in there, man? Someone's racing? Alright, here we go. Little Type Blazer real quick. Ask your agent. Hey, my agents run everything. I don't do anything. I don't think anybody codes anymore, man. You just ask the agents. Coding is done. I think. Alright, we here? Alright, I'm gonna hit start. See if I can still type. Oh man. 138 for Ricky Wong. Clistar 81.9. Guest Raven, I don't know what happened there. Man, we gotta wait 2 minutes. And that was just the warm-up. I guess typing doesn't feel too different. Hey, something ain't right, Guest Raven. Maybe there's a mistake and you got a backspace. Maybe that's not. Maybe I gotta work on this website, man. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, Enrosis is in the house. What's happening, Enrosis? I'm back. I'm back for now. I have to go away again, but in 2 months. So we have some time. In 2 months, just a little break, not like a long break. In 2 months, I gotta go to a wedding. So, alright, that was just a warm-up, but we'll do it again. I don't know, can I just link this like that? Who knows? Yeah, I guess I see people joining. Alright, here we go, one more time. Fur, what's happening? How you doing? Alright, I guess this is like a championship round. I'm not sure what happened there. Seems everybody started super late. Anyways, this ain't a Type Blazer stream, it's a LeetCode stream. Must have been a fun time, yeah. It was, what did we do, man? It was a lot though. It was a lot of traveling. I think we did a lot of traveling in the beginning, like touring, going sightseeing, going all over the place, taking planes, trains. So the first 2 weeks were a little tiring, I'm not gonna lie. But after that, it was chill. Alright, back to this problem. How are we gonna do it, man? So I know we have to put one thing in one thing in the 2, and then skip completely. So skip is just going to the next index, and GCD1 and GCD2 are the same. Starts to play, maybe sounds didn't work for me, but I heard them, maybe delayed on the stream. Yeah, I heard them on my computer, so maybe you're hearing mine, I'm not sure. I gotta figure out that sound situation, because I've been hearing the sounds, Ricky Wong. I know he said you don't hear the sounds when it counts down, but maybe it's an environment thing. Anyways, we're about to do this GCD stuff, so GCD1 and nums I. Or put 1. I don't know what to call it, man. Right? Something like this. And this would be GCD1. Put 1, put 2, and then skip. And then we just return them all added together. Man, I can't type. Tired of traveling, might be time to start a job again. Hey, this is my job now. I guess. No, it's not time to start a job at all. I'm not tired of traveling like that in Rosis. I'm tired of moving around so often in a short time span. When I travel, I like to chill in one spot for a bit. You know, at least for like a week or something. Alright, 1, 2, and then skip. Is that it? And then I just on GCD1, GCD2, will that give me the right answer? Let's see. I haven't cached it yet, but let's see if it's correct before I cache. What? Alright, that is a correct answer. So let's see if the cache is good enough. Man, how are we gonna do this cache? I guess 200 each. Is that gonna be okay? Vector, 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 cache. Man, I know there's a way to do this without typing it out like how I usually do it, man. But I can't remember how to do that. Like, can you just do that? Or no, you gotta type a bunch of stuff. I'll just do it how I usually do it, man. I usually go give it +1 for good luck. Vector, vector, int. Vector, int. -1, 2, 3. Did I do that right? I think I forgot 1. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I don't know if that's right, actually. Let me format. Might be right. Anyways, and then I'll just check the cache. It's supposed to be an if statement. And then here we'll set it. And then we need to do the mod. So can I just go like that? Or will that overflow? There's a chance that this might overflow, right? Doing 2 of them like that. Do I have to do some weird stuff like this? So I'll mod that. Wait, should I send it, man? I do that mod and do that. All right, let's see. I messed up something here. How did this break? When it just worked. Don't defense, what's happened? You sure you don't want to play Baba Is You instead of streaming LeetCode? Is that game you were talking about last time? What did I do wrong here, man? It was just working, man. When in doubt, Control Z. I swear. It was working, and then now it doesn't work. I didn't do anything different. It's crazy talk. GCD. Oh, I know why. No, I don't know why. I actually don't know why. Maybe I should just make these all 200. Yes, I do know why. Alright, now I gotta do the mod thing again, man. Alright, submit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Time limit exceeded. Zemo what's happening? Why the 200 magic number? Because that's the constraints here. So the first dimension in the cache, I guess, could be like n, and then the second should be the maximum in the array. Maybe I should find the max instead of putting it at 200, but I don't think that's gonna make it any faster if I TLE so soon. Uh-oh. I wish I had that TLE solution. Oh, dang, that's crazy, man. I can't believe that worked. How is that possible? I guess creating that cache is that expensive, huh? When it's 200, what's 200 times, I don't know. I guess it's a pretty big cache. Is that 8 million? Code so fast? What do you mean so fast? You could do this probably in like 3 minutes. What are you talking about, man? Can you add stopwatches in your LeetCode samples? What do you mean stopwatches? Hey, Alpha, what's happening from YouTube? I am back. What's poppin', man? Oh, stopwatches to like time the functions. I guess you could. I've never tried. But they also give you the runtime here. Liquid Surya, how you doing, man? I didn't think that having this like that made such a big difference, you know, instead of just putting 200. I wonder if we use like an array instead of a vector, if 200 would be okay, but maybe not, man. Maybe because it's 3D, and maybe the test cases are like not always 200 max is in there, you know. It probably makes a real big difference. In C# game dev, I do that around chunk of code if I suspect it's slow or not. Huh. Anytime I suspected code was slow or not, I used to benchmark it and look at the, I guess you call them like the flame graph or whatever. There is different graphs, but you benchmark and then it kind of tells you exactly where all the CPU is spending time on, and then I look at that stuff. That's how I usually optimize things. Granicus 1991, welcome to the party. How are you doing? Alpha says he's great. Missed you, thank you. I somewhat missed all of you most times. I'd say, yeah, I kept thinking, yeah, I gotta get back to streaming while I was on vacation. Anyways, this daily problem, they said it was hard, but I don't think it was super hard. Maybe because the constraints were low. Do you smoke? I do not smoke cigarettes. How was vacay? Where did you go? I went to Taiwan, Korea, and Japan, and Jamaica. Have you seen the project World of Cloudcraft? It's crazy open source project that's blowing up on X. Dang, I haven't seen that. Interesting. Simon, you should stop writing code manually. No one should do that ever again. I don't think I write code manually anymore, don't defense. I don't think doing LeetCode is like coding manually. I think it's like just solving puzzles, man. And code is just the language of the solution or something, you know. I don't think LeetCode is writing code anymore. It's just playing a game, kind of. But yeah, I don't know if coding is a thing anymore, man. At least handwriting code, that's something you're trying to build. It's crazy to want to do it by hand. Anyways, should we do an old contest that I missed? Programming is still a thing, but coding isn't, it feels like. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't know, man. To me, programming and coding is like the same thing. But maybe not. But I'd say software engineering or software development is still a thing for sure. Alright, so I did, let me see which virtuals I did. A biweekly 186, so I gotta do the one before that. Dang. I got 2219 on that one. Still writing instructions for computers, programming. I see what you're saying. Spoopdy in the house. What's happening, man? I code things on my website all the time. What do you mean? Like hand code things? Alright, let me do 508. You can program a thermostat by giving it instructions on how to operate, while coding it is just writing it out in syntax. Yeah, I see what you're saying, man. So I guess, alright, I guess I program in that sense still. Yeah, but from what I'm hearing, man, nobody at any job is writing code manually anymore. I was trying to justify my salary, yeah. Alright, Q1. Maximum total sum of k selected elements. You're given an integer array nums and two integers k and mul. Select exactly k elements from nums. Process these elements one by one in any order you choose. For each selected element, independently choose one of the following. Add the element's value to the total sum or multiply the elements by the current value of mul and add the result to the total sum. After processing each selected element, mul decreases by 1, regardless of which operation was chosen. The current value of mul may become 0 or negative. Return an integer denoting the maximum possible total sum. Alright, so they say mul decreases by 1 and it can become 0 or negative. So they also say the numbers are all positive numbers. And we have 10 to the 5th numbers. So I'm thinking maybe we should sort and then just do the top K. That sounds a little too easy, but this is a Q1. So I sort reverse so that the largest numbers come first. And then I iterate K times. And then I just oh damn, we got 2 choices though, man. Let me think. I mean, we just want to, yeah, we just want to take, I guess if mul is greater than 1, that's what we're gonna do. Otherwise, just add it, man. I think that sounds alright to me, but I'm not 100% sure. Feels like it's alright. So 26, 43, and 4. Those are the answers that they want me to have. Want to say 43 and 4? Alright. So I'm just gonna submit that. Unless this can... Should I cast that? Just for that good luck? 10 to the 5th, 10 to the 5th. Yeah. Can I even multiply those numbers? I'm gonna just do it like that, man. Too easy out there in Rosis. Easy money. Alright, what's next? Don't want a long man messing me up. Yeah. I try to look out for those long mans every time. Alright, Q2. Filter occupied intervals. You're given a 2D integer array, occupied intervals, where occupied intervals equals start and represents a time interval during which you are occupied. Each interval starts at start and ends at end, inclusive. These intervals may overlap. You are also given 2 integers, free start and free end, which define a free time interval from free start to free end, inclusive. Your task is to merge all occupied intervals that overlap or touch, then remove all integer points in the free interval from the merge occupied intervals. Okay, I see. So it's merge intervals and then remove interval. Return the remaining occupied intervals in sorted order. The return intervals must be non-overlapping and must contain the minimum number of intervals possible. If there are no remaining occupied points, return an empty list. Michael PC Gamer, welcome to the party. What's poppin'? Alright, so let's say I gotta merge and then merge them, then remove all. Like these should get merged. I am gray. Cool Keeb. Thank you very much. Alright, these get merged. 1, 5, and 2, 3. And then gets cut. Alright, let me merge these intervals real quick. If I remember how. Sachin Kumar from YouTube. What's happening? How you doing? Hello. How am I? I'm doing good. I'm doing weekly contest 508s, an old one. Alright, vector, int, merged. How do we merge intervals, man? I guess we need our previous. Man, these things are long. I just call it intervals, man. So our previous. Start from the first one. And then, alright, so I'm iterating through. Wait, first I gotta sort them, man. Sort the intervals. Then I iterate through them. I remember the previous, and I gotta check if the previous one overlaps with the current one. How do we check if something overlaps? Should I make a function for that? Is overlap? Does overlap? Is overlap? Does it? Is it overlapping? Is overlapping. That sounds good. I guess we're sending in 2 intervals. I'll name them X and Y. What should I do? Should I... How do I check? Alright, so if... How do you do this again? You check the mins of the maxes and the max of the mins. The mins of the max. Mins of the maxes is... and the max of the mins. The max of the mins. And then... If the mins of the max, I gotta visualize this, man. It's been too long. So if I have 2 intervals, oh Jesus, one goes from there and one goes from there. So the mins of the max, it's 2, and the max of the mins is 1. So if the mins of the max is greater than the max of the mins, then they overlap. But if they're touching, do they overlap? Alright, so if they're touching, if it's greater than or equal to, alright, I think that's how we check if it's overlapping. Alright, so if the previous and the current, if those are overlapping, then we want to merge them together. Should I make a function for that too? I don't think I need to do all that, man. It's too much work. So I'll just do it right here. So this one is the min of that, and that is the max of, that's like merging them together. Icy Black Deep, what's happening? We hate work? Who says that? We hate too much work. Let me get rid of this. So, what am I trying to do here, man? I'm trying to say merge them. And then if they don't overlap, oops. If they don't overlap, then push that back. And then what? So if they're overlapping, and if they don't overlap, push the previous back, and then the previous becomes the current. Yes, and then here, I guess we gotta push to a little post-processing and push that last one in. Alright, so now we got the merge stuff. Now we gotta remove the free start, free end stuff. Let me think about how am I gonna do that? So I guess I'll just iterate through. Do I need that, or can I just say like that? So I'm iterating through all of our intervals now, and I'm gonna say, what am I gonna say? Let me make an answer. So I'm gonna say if what am I trying to do here? I'm trying to find out which of these intervals overlap with my bad interval. And then just keep going, right? So let me try that. So if it's overlapping, wait, what am I doing, man? I gotta cut it up too. I think I'm thinking about this too much, and I gotta simplify it a little bit. I'm just trying to take out that one interval, man. How hard could it be? Right? So, Rexo Sabe, what's happened? How you doing, man? Welcome. Oh man, Rexo is here. Now I'm nervous. How hard could it be? if I got my good intervals and I got my one bad interval, I just say if they're overlapping, then I'm just, I don't know, I need sometimes it could be half the interval is overlapping, so I just need the good part. Maybe I'll just try something and see if it works. Alright, so if they're overlapping, what do I do? I guess the end is man, I'm having a real hard time trying to figure out how to remove this one part of the interval. So if these are going to be sorted, right? So if I find one and they overlap, it could be either like the left side is hanging off, it's completely encapsulated, or like the right side is hanging off. So should I just check for each of those cases before I erase? Anyways, let me just try. Let me try some. I'm gonna enumerate all those cases. So if the end, man, Raxo makes me super nervous. No. I'm gonna go with this. If it's overlapping, something is up. Otherwise, it's all good. Alright, if it doesn't overlap, we're gonna take that interval as is. But if it does overlap, we need to figure out if we can salvage a piece. So the new end would be the minimum of the end of interval that, or I suppose the beginning of the bad interval. The beginning -1 maybe, because they can't be touching. And the new beginning. Wait, how do I figure this part out, Raxo? You gotta give me a clue. Should I draw them? Let me draw them. Too rusty for this, man. So if I had, alright, this is one example of overlapping intervals, right? Then I want 0 to 1 as my new interval. If this is the bad one and this is the good one, then I want to like cut this whole part off and take only that. So if this is the case, then I guess the min, the new, yeah, I guess the beginning will always be the same, and the new end is the min. New beginning will just be the same. But then it could be like this, right? So if this is the case, then we just want that 6. So then it's the end is the same. And then I guess the new beginning in this case would be the max of interval 0 and bad. Man, I'm out of practice. Bad interval 1 plus 1. We'll see how that works, man. And then I guess there's a case where the good thing is also a lot bigger. So there's both this part on the left and this part on the right. So I'm gonna try and capture both of them in this one part. And then there's the one where the bad interval completely dominates the good interval. Then there should be none. So here we go. This is the left excess. I guess it would be the original beginning with the new end. And then the right would be the new beginning with the original end. I guess it's not intervals, it's just interval. And then if it's good, then I'll add it to the answers. This feels bootleg, man. I hope this works. Let me erase this stuff. It's a little bit sus, but let's see. I mean, the question is simple though, man. It's like merge intervals and remove one single interval. But it's really tripping me up, man. Alright, let's see if I don't look too right, man. Look at that. Something is awfully wrong. Alright, I think I'll find out quicker with test case 2. What's the problem? So right here, I have this 2-2. That 2-2 should not be there. First, these things should have merged. So I should have one thing of 1-5 and one thing of 3-8. So I come with the 1-5. They're overlapping. Let me draw them out, man. Jeez. So we're coming in with 1-5. And then we also got 3-8 as our bad interval. So I'm saying we should have this part, the 1-2. And then that's it. So why do I get in this right? So I'm saying the new beginning is the max. So the new beginning should be like 9 there. And interval 1 should be 8. So this shouldn't even be pushed back, man, but it's being pushed back. Try to see out, man. I was trying not to, but I guess I will. Oh, Jesus Christ. Nothing even Nothing even happened there, man. What? I'm just not in LeetCode shape, man. That's the real truth. Ab is, what's happening? I used to be good at LeetCode, but seem to have lost all my skill with 6 months of not doing it. Dang, 6 months is a long time, but I promise you your skill isn't gone. It's just on hold right now. Oh, look at that, man. How do I have 2 things in there? That means my merge thing ain't working right. How's that possible? So, alright, my merged, my previous is 1.5, and then is, I hate that I'm doing this. I hate that I'm like using print statements instead of looking at my code with my eyeballs. But it is what it is. Alright, so we do detect that it overlaps with that thing. So in this previous should be the min of itself. And that, and the max of that, right? I am tripping right now. Struggling on a relatively easy problem. Typical stuff. Alright, look at that, 1.5. That's lovely. What am I doing, man? Iteration is over intervals. Oh yeah, liquid Surya. You're right. You're right. Sorry. It's like, yo, this is crazy right now, man. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Alright, looks good to me. Should I just send it now? Or what? Dang. Super edge cased. Oh, that did me dirty, man. One and two should be merged. Huh. How did I do that? So I guess one of these should be +1. Because these are not, I don't know if this is right, but there's some off by 1 stuff going on. This overlap thing is a little strange, but I'm gonna try it like that, man. Alright, easy work. That overlap thing was super weird. Alright, that problem took a lot of brain juice, only a Q2, and it was super simple techniques. I think everybody should have merge intervals in their arsenal, ready to fire at any moment. And I guess you should also have like remove interval, which I don't have in my arsenal, so I had to come up with some bootleg stuff. I'm sure there's like an easier way to do it than whatever I did. Anyways, let's try another question. Q3. Maximum subarray sum. Hey, someone on YouTube said cheater using AI? What you talking about, man? Anyways. Maximum subarray sum after multiplier. You're given an integer array nums and a positive integer k. You must choose exactly one subarray of nums and perform exactly one of the following operations. Multiply each number in the chosen subarray by k, and divide each number in the chosen subarray by k. When dividing a positive number by k, use the floor value of the division results. When dividing a negative number by k, use the ceiling value of the division results. Return the maximum possible sum of a non-empty subarray in the resulting array. Note that the subarray chosen for the operation and the subarray chosen for the sum may be different. What? One subarray. So multiply or divide each number. So do I have to do a sliding window or something? Is it binary search? Alright, the first thing's coming to my mind, sliding window. Second thing coming to my mind, if sliding window doesn't work, is like, can I binary search the answer? Because it's a maximum, can I just binary search that number? I'm not sure. Maybe not. And then third thing that briefly crossed my mind was prefix sum, but I don't know. I think sliding window might seem the most promising here. So let me try to see how it works. In this one, they say the answer is 14 because if we multiplied these numbers, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 8, that's 14 because k is equal to 2. So it seems like I should run a sliding window with multiply, but not necessarily sliding window. Because anytime I think sliding window, I try and think, in what circumstances do I grow the window, and when do I know when to shrink the window? Sometimes it's not so obvious when that is. Like we're here, we get 14 and we grow it one more time, and now we're at 4, like we go down. But that doesn't mean we should shrink the window, because what if the next number was like 1,000? You know? So I'm wondering, maybe, alright, something else just came into my mind. Maybe the first part, if it's just multiplying by a positive k number, maybe this is just Cadane's algorithm now, where it's the maximum subarray sum. I think that will give us Cadane's, and then you just multiply that number by k, and you get the maximum when we're multiplying. Oh wait, why am I talking? Oh, multiplying here. But I don't know about this divide stuff, man. I guess the divide thing comes into play when every number is negative. And if every number is negative, I'm not sure what that means. If every... Alright, when divided by a positive, use the floor and use the ceiling here. Alright, I think this is Cadane's. I don't know about the case where every number is negative. Then it's maybe just something else. Alright, every number is negative. Then wait. If every number is negative. The engineer, what's happened? Haven't been in a bit, was on vacay. Salmon fishing in the west coast of Canada. That's bumping, man. You caught any fat salmons? Hey, I was also on vacation, man. I just came back recently, maybe a few days ago. I've been out for like 2 months. How is salmon fishing? What do you mean? Like, you just go up in the river where the grizzly bears are and you wear one of those suits, those wet water suit things, and you just stand in the river and try and catch? Or is that something else? Or is it in the ocean? Alright, let me try Cadane's here, and then I'll try and think of the negative case. Maybe the negative case, all negatives, it would just be this. It would just be the smallest number divided by k. If it's all negative. Yeah, exactly. Dang, I've always wondered how that works, man. You didn't see any grizzly bears, did you? Oh, what if you sorted them first? I don't think you can sort them because knocked in action. What's happened? Because if you sort them, you lose the ordering, and then the subarray changes. Like, we're looking for one subarray where we don't change the order, you know. Alright, here we go. Alright, the numbers are only like that. So I'm gonna Cadane it. I guess we should do a long. Dang, you saw 3 grizzly bears. Do you have a shotgun when you go out there, man? Because there's 0 chance I'd be out there messing with these bears' food unless I had some crazy shotgun on me and everybody in my squad is armed or something, man, because it sounds scary. Alright, Cadane's. How do we do Cadane's? Cadane's algorithm says that the biggest subarray sum of an array with negative numbers is just the biggest sum. Wait. Well... I take the maximum after doing that, and then if the sum goes below 0, then I should just reset, because it's better if we just didn't take that subarray part than to take it with extra baggage. You know, it's best we just left that behind. Then, so I guess if this is less than 0, then I'm just gonna return that divided by k. But how do I get a ceiling, man? Is it like that? Do I just do that? We'll see. What do you mean? Alright, let's see. So 14 and -1. Am I confident enough to send this? Not really. I'll send it though. Let me try. Wrong answer. Oh, real close. Real close. So I wonder if that's because I have a bug or my logic is just wrong. So, alright. In this case, they won't even show me what K is, man. K is 5. The sum of seals is different than the seal of sums. What? What are you talking about? Sum of seals. When dividing positive. Oh, wait. I don't know, man. I don't know. You didn't account for the other cases for division. Yeah, something ain't right. I don't know what yet. Tyrell IO, what's happened? You're glowing? Thank you. Glad to see you back. Yeah, it's nice to be back, man. You've been fabling? Oh, yeah. A little bit. Wait, -1, -2 with k equal 3 should give... Interesting. Wait. The ceiling of... They're both... they're both 0, right? Alright, Rex, I see what you're saying. But the way I thought, if it's negative, if this maximum is negative, this maximum isn't actually a subarray. It's just a single element because I'm running cadenes. Every time it goes less than 0, I reset. So if this maximum is negative, that means it's just a single number. And I'm just returning it like that. But maybe that observation isn't correct. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like this won't be a sum. I guess it's not that clear. Wait, int min? Yeah, this is also min because each of the numbers are only -10 to the 5th. So maybe I should change that? I don't know. Or maybe this should actually be 0 in the beginning. I actually don't know now. No, my running sum is 0. That's good. And then I want... Alright. I'll use long min. But I don't think that was a problem. I think there is something else wrong with my code. Because look, 50, but it's expected like 117. So I suppose I suppose there is, wait, if, oh snap. So if this thing is k is equal to 5, the answer is 117. That means for sure dividing was the preferable way here. So maybe how do I get the divide part now? Clearly this is a pattern where it's just repeating for however long. Wait, how do I start with LeetCode? I haven't even took data structures yet. You don't know me. What's happened? I'd say starting with data structures is probably a great way to start LeetCode. Unless you already know how to program. If you're new to programming, I'd say go look at some data structures and things like that first. If you're not new to programming, I'd say just start LeetCoding, man. There's a whole lot of guides out there these days. I think the most recommended way is to break down everything by the topics, and you don't know what the topics are by yourself. You gotta go look them up. And then you just pick a topic and you drill that one topic for a few days. Then you get comfortable, then you move on to the next topic. I'd say there's probably like 20 topics that you probably have to go over. And you study each topic individually, and after you covered all the topics, then you can start LeetCoding. Then you can start LeetCoding with random problems where you don't know what the algorithm is or what the topic of the problem is. And you're trying to think of all those different things you trained and studied. Which of those tools can I use to solve this problem? Dita, what's happening? Don't use seal in some cases and floor in others. Yeah, that's what the description says. But I thought maybe it was just like a diversion, man. Sometimes they tell you things and it doesn't really matter. Alright, Leet Whale, what are you saying? I'll give you a test case that is easier to work with. Oh, I like easier to work with test cases. Alright, let's try and figure out where my code breaks down. I feel it's real close because there's only 3 more test cases I need to pass. So this is also the same, similar pattern. And the pattern goes... I don't know how it goes. I guess if you take everything, the whole thing is 6 minus 4, which is 2. K equal 2. So if we multiplied everything out, that would be 2 times 2. But maybe that's not the answer. Maybe if we divided everything. Oh, I see. Because these zero out. And wait. I'm gonna just put the test case in. But that's what it looks like. So when we divide -1 divided by 2, and you use the ceiling of that, it will give you a 0. But these will give you 1s. because, but then it would still be 4. Or wait, the expected answer is 5. Wait, note that the subarray chosen for the operation and the subarray chosen for the sum may be different. Wait, what? That's a crazy statement to make. Zombie Chow, what's happening? Wait, what language today? C++, mostly every day. Subarray chosen for the operation and the sum may be different. What? Oh, I see. I see. So we take, oh dang. That's why this problem is tricky. So if we divided out this whole part, we'll say these turn to zeros and these turns to 0, 0, 1s. Wait, how do you do that? Zero, 0. Or maybe, oh, no. Oh, like that. Oh, I see. 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. So this is, man, this problem's too hard. But I'm real close. So we can divide out this whole part and then just add the resulting thing. So maybe what I need is the minimum subarray. If we found the minimum most negative subarray, and we divided that part out, man, how do you do this? Who's out here playing some Pal World? I was playing some Pal World last night, zombie. Just a little bit though, not too much. I didn't get very far though. Alright, so if I added this whole subarray up, it's 2. So it's either cadenes times k, or the smallest number divided by k ceiling, or the largest, the minimum subarray, and I just run that whole thing divided by k. Alright, let me try. I gotta try something, man, because it's not super obvious to me what to do. So how do I find the minimum subarray? Is that a hard problem? As they say, when in doubt, use a hash map. Yeah. What's happening, Michael? Can you use a hash map here? I don't know. Man, look how many people solved it. It's crazy. Q4 is easier than Q3? Even with so many people solving Q3? I guess these days you can never really know with AI out, man. Lots of LLM solve Q3, yeah. It would seem so. Man, look how close it is though. It's like 3 more test cases. But I think I see where you just divide everything out and those 8s kind of go to nothing, you know. These 8s go to like -1, and this 5 is, so it's like -1, 1, -1, 2, and maybe they repeat that 117 times. Number of test cases passed is misleading because it requires a completely different approach. Yeah. Alright, let me move on to Q4 to see if I can solve Q4. It's a lot of reading, but I'll try it. Minimum time to reach target with limited power. You are given a directed weighted graph with n nodes labeled from 0 to n-1. The graph is represented by a 2D integer array edges, where edges I equal UVT indicates a direct edge from node U to V that takes t seconds to traverse. You are also given an integer power representing the initial available power and an integer array cost of length n, where cost U represents the power required to forward the signal from node U through any one of its outgoing edges. You're given 2 integers, source and target. The signal starts at source at time 0 with power units of power and follows these rules. The signal may traverse a directed edge from node U only if the remaining power is at least cost U. No power is consumed when the signal arrives at a node unless it later leaves that node by traversing another edge. When the signal is forwarded from node U, the remaining power is decreased by cost U units. Traversing an edge increases the total time by t seconds. Return an integer array answer of size 2, where answer 0 is the minimum time required for the signal to reach target, and answer 1 is the maximum remaining power among all paths that achieve answer 0. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking Dijkstra's single source shortest path in a weighted graph, right? I hate it when the problem description is like a full book. Yeah, I'm not into reading, man, and this problem was a lot of text. Wait, so it works like 99.5% of the time? Sounds like partial credit. Yeah, I got partial credit, man. I did something different. I did DP. That's crazy. Alright, let me think about this one. So we send the power source at source. They give us the source node and they give us a target node. So if we did Dijkstra's and we found the best time, that's the minimum time required. But how do we find the maximum remaining power? Maximum remaining power of all things that reach there in that time. I'm not sure yet. See what the power says? How much power do we use? Oh, there's another unit of cost. Man, do we have to do a like a double Dijkstra's, man? No. Single source shortest path and single source max power. That hits in the shortest path. I don't know, man. Or once we have the time. Can we just... Alright, I can get the Dijkstra's for sure, right? The shortest time to get to that node. And once we have that, maybe... Once I have that time, then maybe I can do some type of DFS. And I just every time I reach the end node, I just check that the time. I'm just gonna try, man. First, let me just do the Dijkstra's. It's been a while since I've done Dijkstra's, so let's see if I can remember how to do it. Priority queues. So Dijkstra's, we need also an adjacency list, and we need some pair ints for sure. So priority queue PII, and I guess this one greater. How does Dijkstra's work? I also need my distances. Let me look at the times. Oh, billions. So maybe this distances should be a long of size n. That long max. What else do we need for Dijkstra's? I'm not sure, man, but let's try and make the adjacency list now. Vector pair int size n, I guess. Alright, so now we iterate through the edges, and it's directed, weighted, and directed. So it goes like in my adjacency list, and push back, and I want to put the weight first. Maybe. I don't think it really matters for this one. But it's directed from, there's a path from U to V. So is that how I put the adjacency list in? I guess. And then what else do I have to do, man? I gotta set my distances at the source node to 0. And I don't know what else, man. Alright, so Dijkstra's. Maybe there's more, maybe there's not. We'll find out soon enough. So the priority queue, take the top node. How do you do this? What's in my priority queue? Pair ints. Oh, I didn't push anything in the priority queue, man. That's what we need to do. We need to push our source and our weights. So I start with the weights at 0 and our source. So this would be our weights and node. Alright, so now we have that node. We want to go through all of its children. And then we gotta do something. I don't remember what yet. Sir Lord Good, what's happened? Hard graph problem, yeah. It looks pretty hard to me. Sergeant Pepper, what's poppin', man? Are you doing LeetCode problems to join the Google Maps team? What? Why Google Maps? How you doing, Sergeant Pepper? Is it barbecue in time, man? It's grill season. Anyways. Alright. So Dijkstra's, I'm trying to go to my next node now. And how do I know I can visit this node? I guess we gotta take the new weights. Problem looks like something that looks like it would apply to a maps problem. Oh yeah, with the graphs and nodes, perhaps. It would be dot first. Oh wait, I can go like this. Right? And then if that new weight is better than the current weight, then we should visit that child. There's probably some other things to do there, man, but I forget what. Are you still at Google? Game moves, what's happening? I'm not at Google. I left last year, November. So it's been a while. Probably doesn't matter here, but also probably a good habit to use in place instead of push. What's the difference? I know some people use in place instead of push, but I don't really know what the difference is. I think I looked it up one time, man, and I don't remember. Wait, is this all that Dijkstra's is? Let's see. In place. In place creates the object in place and can avoid a copy or move operation, but for simple objects, then probably pod gets optimized anyway. Oh, that's in place. Wait, what? Same arguments as constructor. I'm gonna just use push for now, man. I don't know how to make it work. What are they talking about here, man? Is it because I have oh in place like that? Hold on, why is my code not even working? What did I do wrong? Is it this? How come that's tripping? Oh, is it? Alright, so my distance is it? What the heck are they talking about, man? Must be that thing. I'm gonna just use a different number. Man, but it's up to 1 billion. What's a good number for... Wait, my distances are long, but my PQ is int. Yes, I am aware of that now. Alright, which one is my... That's my node. And that is my thing. But then still... Alright. Pair long. That's my weight. I still don't know where it's tripping, man. Because shouldn't this be alright? Clearly this thing is messing up. Because I'm just pushing 0. I'm not even supposed to be touching anything like that, you know? Like, where's it tripping? Man, I'm just too rusty. Oh, look at that. High and 3. I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, look. What? What is going on here? His answer is 3. Maybe I'm not good enough for this problem right now. Target 4, start from 0. Oh, wait, maybe I should reread the problem, man, because I forgot to do the power thing. Alright, Maybe I need a more complicated data structure besides this pair long int. Maybe I also need power. I'm good enough you can solve it. I don't know if I can solve it right now though. Especially after being a little rusty. Can't even implement Dijkstra's right now, man. Let's see. I'm cooking? What am I cooking? So I guess I'm saying it's 2, but it's not really 2. Wait, we have 4 power. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, the powers are here. Yeah, I think I need something with power inside my stuff. But then alright. I wonder if I should do a Jesus. It's 4. So power 0 is 2. 1, so that's 4. Alright. My Dijkstra's is probably working. But my power thing ain't working, man. So I wonder if we just gotta make a tuple instead of pair int or pair long ints. Man, I have some bad habits. I should use a tuple here, that's for sure. But maybe I'll just do some other craziness. Should I do it, man? So my problem is I don't know the tuple syntax off the top of my head. I always have to look. Alright, let's try. Let's try, man. Can I just do that? use too much brain power on this one. If you have a place currently though, the market is very bad. I'm unemployed, but I'm not looking. Any tips on getting better at dynamic programming? Do a lot of dynamic programming problems. I think what helped me was getting better at recursion, visualizing the decision trees in the recursive solution, and just trying to visualize everything, like all the choices and how they build up. I don't know, pen and paper and lots of practice. I'd encourage you to just make a class, but then you have to write the bits for the sorting to work. Oh, like the custom comparators. Yeah, does this thing work on a tuple? That's why I like to use these weird pair things, you know. So does greater, hopefully greater works on a tuple. So let's see. Make tuple, that's all I need. I don't need any of this stuff. Except right here. So I guess here it would be like make tuple and E2, it would be E1, and then cost. Where's the edge here? E1 is the edge. This problem's too hard, man. Parity queue, and we gotta do a make tuple. Should I give up? My brain can't go this long thinking about these hard problems. Alright, so weight, node, and power, I guess. But there's already a power. Child, and then the new power that we use here would be something like that. And then these in the adjacency list, they would also have, I don't know what to do here, man. Maybe I gotta look at an answer for this one. Maybe I'm not ready for something like this right now. Because do I watch UFC? Yeah, sometimes. Do you watch recent UFC? Yeah, I did. But good thing I wasn't like, good thing I didn't pay for it or anything, man. I guess the main event was kind of lame, but I heard the other fights are alright. I didn't watch too many of them, man. I only watched maybe like 4 fights last time. Alright, should I give up? Leet Whale. Let me see what you did, man. If you're willing to share your solution. McGregor, yeah. I was actually looking forward to seeing some type of fighting, but it sucks. After leaving, have you got a place? Because the market is really bad. No, I don't. I don't have a job right now. Is the market really bad? That's what people say. I know it's for sure bad for like new grads, but I'm not sure if it's super bad for like mid or senior or beyond. Alright, so everything actually compiles. That's nice. But now, the current power. So I guess we can say, like, what is this? The child's power. I don't know how to deal with these power things right here, man. No power is consumed when the signal arrives unless it later leaves that node. So oh, I guess this is the cost. So none when it arrives. So maybe this cost should be 0. And then that's how much it costs when I put this thing. Anyways, Fat Dratini, what's happened? Traditional Dijkstra requires updating elements within the priority queue. Priority does not support that, so you typically add a check after popping to discard outdated elements. Oh yeah. Like lazy deletion. Yes, sometimes I put that in my priority queue. I did not put that one here, so maybe I missed that. But I think either way, I still don't really know how to solve the problem, even if I had something like that here. Like, if the weight is greater than, how do I say, distance node. Continue. Also, welcome, Fat Dratini. Let me see if this makes any difference to... No, look at that. We have a -1. That's not great. Which node are we trying to get to? Target 0, 1, 2, the last one. The -1. Anyways, I think this problem is too hard for me, man. Right now, at least. Should I peek at some... I think it's like right around my level. Maybe if I had more focus and it's a different day, I have a chance. But I don't think I have a chance right now. Because I'm thinking I can find the smallest time. But how do I know if I ran out of power with the smallest time? I keep track of the powers as well. I guess I should just keep like Distances. Powers. And I want like the lowest power. I said I was giving up, but I keep trying for some reason. Maximum remaining power. So same idea for the powers, I suppose. So maybe I just remove this part. Alright, what's the power? The power is only 1,000. So I'm thinking maybe I make a 2D thing. Like vector. Vector long. And this is like distances and powers. No, I don't know what I'm talking about, man. That's the truth. This one would be like the powers, you know. And then I give up. I give up, man. I don't know if I want to look at the answer now. No. What do you mean no? Roxanne, welcome. I don't got any more juice left, Elite Whale. I spent all my brain juice. Feeling like if I check maybe, alright. Maybe if I had them separated. And then this would be like the minimum power that could get you to that node. Yeah. Alright, I give up. It's time to do something else. Let's see. My time was up for that virtual anyways. Dang, 6,000th. Not great. Dang, 37,000 people take the contest these days. That's insane. Very insane. Canadian up there. I don't think I got time to do another virtual contest, but wait, scroll up. Where are we scrolling up to? Top, my luck? My elite coins or what? Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the reminder, man. Man, should I peek? Should I peek at that answer for the Q4? Work on the third t-shirt. Man, I'm trying to get something else besides that t-shirt, man. Dijkstra's with extra states. I guess that's what I was kind of doing with the tuple. Alright, let me peek, man. C++. Oh, so I use a vector for the distances. I don't know what P. I guess P is power plus 1. So each of those powers represents the long, yes. Interesting. And then you gotta do some maximum best power thing. If we reach the end or whatever. Is LeetCode still the way to get a job in tech? From what I know, big tech companies still ask LeetCode, so I think it is still very important. How many problems you at year to date? Year to date? I'm not sure, man. I don't think I've done too many problems this year. How can I check that? It doesn't tell me this year only. About 500, maybe like 200-300 problems this year. Who knows? Alright. I got 40 minutes left. I don't know if I got the focus and attention span to do much more though. Wait, top right in progress. I want, oh, right here, maybe. How do I say monthly? This many for 2026. Is that total? Like 250? I did 7 easy LeetCode study questions so far. Very nice. Which topics? Or are you just doing random problems? I recommend trying to tackle topics instead of random. A lot active and then no activity for a couple months and then now I'm starting back up. And I usually do mediums. Easies I don't think are very interesting. There's a study section, yeah. The LeetCode study. Where is it? I actually don't even know where anything on LeetCode is anymore. But I'd say it's a decent introduction to stuff. What are y'all saying? Should I do one? Alright, let me do 1 0 track. From 1 random 0 track. Up to 2,000 rating. So random number between, let's go from 1,700 to 2,000. 18, wait, which one? I use this one. 1873. 0 track rating of 1873. One of these. Grid illumination or maximum square area by removing fences from a field. They both sound a little hard. I'll try this one. Come on, man. Oh, I've solved it. Let me see when. 2 years ago. Alright, fair game then. There's a 2D grid of size n by n where each cell of this grid has a lamp that is initially turned off. You are given a 2D array of lamp positions, lamps, where lamps I equal row column indicates that the lamp at grid row column is turned on. Even if the same lamp is listed more than once, it is turned on. What? When a lamp is turned on, it illuminates its cells and all other cells in the same row, column, or diagonal. You're also given another 2D array queries, where queries j equal row column. For the jth query, determine whether grid row column is illuminated or not. After answering the jth query, turn off the lamp and its 8 adjacent lamps if they exist. A lamp is adjacent if its cells shares either a side or a corner with the other cell. Return an array of integers ants where ants j should be 1 if the cell in the jth query was illuminated, or 0 if it was not. Sounds like a lot. I subbed a Michael. Thank you very much. Thank you for that sub. Alright. So, jeez. So we need to count how many lamps per row, column, and diagonal. That's one thing for sure. And then we also need to... Yeah, I think I can do this. Doesn't sound too bad. So that's maybe the first thing I will do. I will count the lamps in each row, column, and it's n by n. So how many columns? How many diagonals? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess n plus n diagonals. N plus n minus 1. Alright, so rows, calls, and diagonals. I'll just use n plus n. Ooh. N plus n plus 1, because I have to pad it, because we can get negative diagonals, but I'll add plus n to pad everything. Anyways, what are we trying to do? We're trying to say, alright, these are our lamps that are turned on. So should I actually make my grid of size n by n, and I'll fill it with zeros. And then they say each lamp is turned on. Each of these lamps are turned on. So in my grid, I'll turn it on, but I'll also increment my rows, my columns, and my diagonal. What's my diagonal? Row plus column? Row minus column, I think. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, R minus C is my diagonal. And then I'll increment like D plus N to pad it, because this could be negative. If it was like row 0, column 4, That would be -4, but we don't want a negative diagonal here, so we pad it with n. That's what I'm gonna do at least. So now they're asking us, they're saying when the lamp is turned on, it illuminates its cell and all other cells in the same row, column, or diagonal. So now we have to go through all of the queries and figure out if that lamp is illuminated or not. Do you know a Codeforces guy? Nick. I don't really know any Codeforces guys. I'm not like a Codeforces guy. The only Codeforces guy I know is Tourist. And maybe Ericto. I don't know any other names off the top of my head. Maybe Peter or somebody. Anyways, what are we trying to do? Alright, we need an answer. So now we have to iterate over our queries. Peter worked at Google or does? He was there when I was there, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he's still there, but Peter was at Google for sure, and I think he used to help write like what do they call it? Code Jam, Google Code Jam, that they don't do anymore. One of my teammates says that he used to write problems with Peter. One of my old teammates. He's ranked 7 on Codeforce, and he streams all Codeforce contests and @Coder every 3 or 4 days. Dang. Yeah, but man, to be honest, me watching guys like that, everything goes over my head, man, because I'm not Codeforce's level. Like, I'm not a competitive programmer. I'm just a guy who knows like simple algorithms. I don't know all the crazy ones. Peter who? His Codeforce's name is just Peter. I think he hangs out with Tourist or something. I don't know where the Codeforce is. Standings? Leaderboard? What do you call it? Dang, Nick right there. Dang, I guess Taurus is way down there now, man. Yeah, here's Peter. Dang, he's Swiss. Anyways. Yeah, I think he was a pretty high level at Google, man. I forgot what level he was. But he definitely wasn't no L5 or nothing like that, man. Alright. So, these queries, I'm just gonna do this because it's easier for me. Just put my plus n there. No, I'll say, so if rows has a light, calls has a light, or the diagonals has a light, then turn it on, otherwise turn it off. And then decrement these things. I think that's it, man. Oh wait, no, turn off the lamp, and it's 8 adjacent, so I need 8 adjacent things. How do I do that, man? Vector int dirs. How do you do this really quick? From -1. Is it like this? So those are my 8 directions, and then here I turn off these, but then I also turn off these. So rows, new R. Like that. Turn those off, turn those off. Oh, I put rows 3 times? That's crazy talk, man. Alright, oh, I got a plus N there. Uh-oh. No R. What are you talking about, man? Oh. Jesus. Jesus Christ. How are we overflowing? I know where. We're overflowing right here. Out of bounds, I think. So if it's less than 0, we're out of bounds, and if it's greater than equal to n, we're out of bounds as well. Still wrong though. Let me see why, man. How am I gonna get Q1 wrong? So 0, 0 and 4, 4. So those 2 lamps are on. And I'm saying, so they're saying 1, 1. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Wait, so the query is this, I'm turning them off when maybe they're not even on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say if grid I don't know if that's, and maybe like right here too, I'm turning something off, or maybe it shouldn't even be turned off because it may or may not have been a lamp. So maybe I have to check if that lamp is on, and only then we should turn it off. I'm not sure, man. But I'm running out of brain juice. That's what I know. Oh, look at that. Maybe that was it. Come on, man. Another wrong answer. What else did I do wrong here? On... Man, I don't know. I don't want to do it, man. So I went through. Did it say there could be more than one lamp? Oh, look, something changed there. So maybe there are duplicates or something, or maybe I'm just tripping. Yeah, look, duplicate lamp 4-2. Let me read the description again. Even if the same lamp is listed more than once, it is turned on. What does that mean? Does it mean there's 2 lamps there? Or does it mean there's 1 lamp? Okay, and then now let me look at the thing I got wrong. The queries. Can the queries be the same? These queries are not the same. For the jth query, determine if it's illuminated or not. Anyways, I'm about to give up, man. Maybe it's time for my bed. There's a surface area in title problem on LeetCode. It should be next if I haven't done it. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do any more problems after this one. I think I gotta slowly work up my stamina. And I don't know where my code is wrong, but it's clearly wrong. Why would it be wrong, man? Is that my diagonals are messing up? Alright, I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to draw it out to see where I'm going wrong. So they say row 2, column 5, row 4, column 2. Oh shit. I don't want to do it anymore. It's too much work. Too much work. Row 2, 5. row 4, 2, row 0, 3, row 0, 5, 1, 4, 4, 2 again, 3, 3, and 1, 0. Everything's bad, but I think it looks something like this. Alright, so let's say queries is 4, 3. Nothing's there. But I guess I'm saying it is illuminated. So I don't turn anything off. But this one gets turned off. And that one gets turned off, right? And then we come to 3, 1. And I'm saying it's illuminated, but it's not. I see it is not, but I'm saying it is. So either these directions are bad or something else, man. Anyways, it's too difficult. Oh, this is the 1. So it's a diagonal that it's saying is on, man. 3, 1. Maybe my diagonal is wrong. Because 3, 1 and 4, 2. Oh, 4. Interesting. One of those diagonals isn't turned off, but anyways, man, I'm out of here. That's all I got in me right now. I'll continue this another time. Maybe I should star this problem. It's already starred. Am I gonna raid somebody? My website working? Samir here. Also gotta answer these questions, man. I'm gonna probably update my website real soon in the next couple of days, where I'll put answers to all these questions people ask me. Alright, let's go raid. I am Samir here. It's doing LeetCoding. Alright, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. I'll be back on Wednesday. Slowly getting back into the algorithms after almost 3 months off. It's coming back to me very slowly. Thank you very much for tuning in, Roxanne. I'll see you next time. Software tools. Adios. Have a good night. Icy Black Deep. Leet Whale, if you're still around. See you next time. Fat Dratini, if you're also around, I'll see you around, man. Everyone from YouTube. Piyush, adios. Michael, from YouTube. See you next time. Everybody who's lurking, you don't know me from YouTube. Adios. Everybody who's lurking on Twitch and everywhere, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. I'm just gonna raid now. Samir here.